Chopin Complex presents Tobago Grassroots Talent. Ordinary people with extraordinary talent. Follow us at Chopin Complex, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Check us out, Tobago Grassroots Talent. Welcome inside Tobago Grassroots Talent. This is the second episode. I'm John Arnold, and joining me today would be Recia Paul, Marketing Coordinator of Chopin Complex. And we are very, very proud for this program where we showcase the creatives, the talent in the performing arts in Tobago and for the whole world to see. And we're very pleased with the submissions. Last 2 weeks, you recall, we had the first episode, and today we have the second episode. And I know that you're anxiously waiting. And Recia, I know, just go over the rules just one more time.
Okay.
How we vote the 50-50.
Okay, so in terms of how voting goes, 50% of the scores will be adjudicated by a panel of judges that we've solicited, and the other 50% will come from you or viewers. So when you see a performance that you like, or someone, a friend or family member that you see a part of the competition, you comment their name in the comment section below the live video on Facebook or YouTube. During the performance, you would also see there's a ticker tape below indicating exactly what you should comment in the comment section below. That's how we'll be calculating the other 50% of the scores, so you get to be a part of the show.
Great. And let me just remind you, our judges, esteemed judges, we have Samuel Archer out of Delaware. And, we're trying to make sure the judges balance. He's a musician, composer, etc. We have a dancer, teacher, entrepreneur, Joanna Charles out of Trinidad. And in Tobago, we have Jason Arter, entrepreneur and also a cultural businessman. These three judges are judging every week that we have the show. And those scores, as Recia said, are added along with the comments and those who voted. So we have a very fair process. Let me make it abundantly clear. I am not a judge. Recia is not a judge.
Definitely not.
Nobody in Chopin Complex will have that task. All right, so first performer today. I love this video, and I'm telling you, I love it. And this is Dwayne White Jr., and the name of the piece is called The Journey. Let's welcome Dwayne White Jr.
Living within an environment where ambition is marginalized, traditionalized, but never capitalized, neither contemporized. The strain of traditional ruling is shouting from ear to ear, you're not good enough, capable enough, you're unaware of the potential to become the greatest version of ourselves. We must break free of the internal toxic masculinity, the pain we've caused. Our genre slowly becoming a tragedy. We must strip ourselves from our toxic flaws. The battle starts within us to find that release, and then, and only then, our minds can be at peace.
Spread you into my eye.
That was Dwayne White Jr. with his piece titled The Journey. Very impressive, Mr. Arnold. What are your thoughts about it?
Oh my goodness. This is just beautiful. Awesome. And I think we need to make the point, this is his original composition. And that's what we have to do in Tobago as we encourage them. to be creative and to compose, and then start doing the recording and start doing the distribution and so on. So we have a lot to talk about, but this is excellent talent. And I know, just lead us into competitor number 2.
So competitor number 2 is from Patience Hills. It is Nakeem Scotland with his piece titled Progress.
Yo, Tobago, Patience Hills, South Boys, G50, my guys, Wagwan. Yo. Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. From the time them rise, them walk to the dance hall. That gap in the town, no way, me no rate them boy. And I will never fear them boy. Them boy too evil and bad mind. Them a trying still there in a mankind. But me no rate them boy. And I will never fear them. Fear them, them want me lay down flat. Hand behind my back, flex them up to when more so make a step without a clap. Can't send too bad, y'all follow me in a trap. Professor in a mind, never excel fan crack. Never trust politician when they meet me off track. Even when they virtualize the way that we interact. But the God's naive, and I die naive. Him protect me from the mental genocide. From the time them to rise, them want to the dance hall. That gap in the top, no way, me no rate them boy. And I will never fear them boy. Them boy too evil and bad mind. Them a try and still fear in a mankind. But me no rate them boy. And I will never fear them. Fear them. Every ghetto youth, we get an education. Read and take the lead. Real man no need gang. Work hard for your things, trust and believe God. Some punk band with cold spoon and still a play bad. Them a talk about the money while I'm getting to the bag. Buy steal from somebody, just be proud of what you have. Be something in a life, do it for your mom and dad. Hustle for the pampers and the books up in your bag. But from the time them to rise, them want to the dance hall. That gap in the dark, no way, me no rate them boy. And I will never fear them boy. Them boy too evil and bad mind. Them a try and still fear in a mankind. But me no rate them boy. And I will never fear them. Fear them. You mad? Ain't you mad? Can't spell the lyrical. Order. Big waist. You know the thing said. Shimo!
Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, Scotland is known for really good original compositions and in the dancehall, spoken, word. Very, very creative guy. And I really hope that, he really continues along those lines. I really want to encourage all these creatives. Really beautiful. Also, Reese, I think it's important to note that we're planning these workshops at the end of November with the IPO, talking about the business of music and the business of the creative arts and how to deal with contracts and so on. And originally I was thinking that this was going to be for the finalists, but the more we talk to them, they think we should include all of those who participated. And I think I want to put them on notice that everybody, this is a nice way to build capacity and allow everybody to improve and hone their skills. What were your thoughts on the performance?
I enjoyed it. He's someone that I've been following for some time now, so I am familiar with his work. So I really, really liked it. I love the fact that, okay, he was in his environment, in his element, clearly in his front yard, I'm assuming.
Yes.
And I just love the fact that he was cool and calm and his delivery was great. So, and I totally agree with the position of having all of the contestants, or as many as possible, to be a part of the workshops. Many of them are just so passionate about their craft and want to grow and develop. So it would just be awesome to facilitate that development.
Yes. And that makes way for performer number 3. This is Alonza Duke. Yes, Alonza Duke. And he plays this guitar you'll hear this. You'll hear this piece. Catch the Strain. Let's welcome Alonza Duke.
Miss Arnold, I'm
Yeah.
really glad that we are not judges because this is such a hard task. So many talented individuals.
I want to repeat it. She's right. Recia nor myself are judges. All right. We have 3 worthy judges, but beyond that, we also have your votes, and combined together, that will tell us who the winners will be. But again, the platform is really to pace one another on the road to excellence. I think you will have to introduce this next performer, well known.
Okay, so our 4th contestant, Miss Arnold actually had to correct me on his name before we started. It is Xavier Edwardz with his piece, Voice of God.
I sought to hear the voice of God climb the highest steeple. Whisper say, come down from there, we dwell among the people. Sought to hear the voice of God climb the highest steeple. Whisper say, come down from there, we dwell among the people. Take care of the elders, fragile, magnificent, relevant and clever. Disconnect from the youth, transference was seldom. Never say your thanks, but you're waiting for a welcome. Strong, still strong, will knowledge. Corn soup, dumpling, porridge. Whole heap of history left in storage. When they're done, dead and gone, you wish you had recorded it. So when they're done, dead and gone, you wish you had recorded. So spread love while you can afford it. I sought to hear the voice of God climb the highest steeple. Whisper say, come down from there, we dwell among the people. Sought to hear the voice of God climb the highest steeple. Whisper say, come down from there, We dwell among the. I sought to hear the voice of God climb the highest steeple. Whisper say, come down from there, we dwell among the people. Sought to hear the voice of God climb the highest steeple. Whisper say, come down from there, we dwell among the people.
Soulful. Soulful, and I mean, spoken word with conviction, creative, and Xavier still stands
Xavier?
young. Xavier.
Xavier, I
Yes,
think I
Xavier.
butchered before.
yeah, Xavier. Still stands out as one of the young persons in Tobago that's doing us very, very proud. And all the best to him in the competition, of course.
Yeah, I really.
But in terms of showcasing our talent, really, really, really beautiful. Your thoughts?
I thoroughly enjoyed his piece. I've been interacting with each of the contestants very closely since the start of this competition. And honestly, he has always been just so very pleasant. And I love the work that he submitted to us. I am, just hoping to see, how things go, because this is such a difficult task.
Yes. It's
a very
competitive
difficult
today.
It's also very,
Very,
difficult,
very
just trying to be neutral in terms of our comments. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoy this piece.
We
I
have to be honest,
I
We are not
thoroughly,
judges.
I absolutely
We
love
have a
this.
little latitude.
When it is that he sent me this, I definitely spent most of the day just listening to it over and over. I absolutely love it, I have to say.
Yeah. All right, and of course the judges are not going to be influenced by us because they're going to judge what's on the paper, presentation and technique and all the other elements. Keona James, out of Bonaccord, is our 5th performer, and she plays the steel pan, or national instrument. And this is a very powerful song, a song I personally love, and this is Savannah Grass. Let's welcome Keona James. What a
Miss-
mix.
One thing that I love about her submission is the fact that it was not just her static playing the pan. She put herself into it and created her own little music video. So I definitely love her creativity
Yeah.
and all that she put into it.
Yes, but you know, for me, as one of the creatives on the island, my real wish is that, you know, we have the continuation. You know, what happens with all this talent? How do we get them into the universities, the schools, to move the talent and raise that? So we raise the capacity on the island, and the fact that we've gone digital, there's so many areas now we can go into on the production side, so not just on the creative side where you're performing, but also on the back end. And I think it's really, really good that we are unearthing this talent. And I mean, I'm just looking forward to the next few weeks and the fact that we go right down to the end of November. So competitor number 6.
Competitor number 6 is another favorite, Miss Oshun Trim, with her piece, The Joker.
Let's take it to the deck. Shuffle the cards, I bet I know what's coming next. King, Queen, Jack is Joker. King, Queen, Jack is Joker. One queen, one king, 2 jacks, no is, no joker. I'm Joker, brought back to life through reincarnation. Brought back for your comic relief. Brought back to show you the truth. Riddle me this. What has a call and response when no one answers? Knock, joke? A joke? The politicians, we politicians, a joke. Knock, who's there? Midget with a tall mouth, room 201, probably with a stunt double. Lewd and lascivious, anil rubbing butts, rolling blunt snow squeals of contagious conspiracies. But girls squeal, holding your head in their hands, literally. Pun intended, no pun intended, I'm just the joker joking. Giving jokes and telling your truths. Knock, who's there? Kermit with a cape on, stranger. Nothing wrong with a stranger. Whining on a stranger. Jamming on a stranger. Dear stranger, I know you better than she knows you. He knows you. You're no stranger than a stranger enjoying himself on a Carnival Tuesday. A politician enjoying himself like any other. No hidden agendas, like a man buying his wife a drink innocent. It was innocent. This was no PM, maybe MB, but no BM. Sun shone shockingly bright AM. Alarms going off in your head to wake up from your slumber, wake up from your intoxication. Queen of hearts, knock. Who's there? It's me, Joker. Coming to you with a question. What is a woman without a liver, my queen? A female prime minister, drunk and disorderly. Isn't it right that who lies for you lies against you, and who lies against you lies for you? Knock, now you're knocked out. Figured out, my queen. No longer taking hats and pulling strings, bringing out the puppets in us, knocking heads. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack of dimes, Jack of spades. Jumped over the candlestick, burning himself at 2 ends, kicking his balls in 2 nets, clearly missing the point. I guess he had FIFA, failure in football association. Duke of Hazards can never be a Jack of clubs, can never be anything. Remember, there are no dukes in a deck. You cannot be the ace up my sleeve. Your position in this pack is irrelevant. Only reds and blacks, no greens. You begin to look like a joke. You mirror me, Joker. You humor me. You all are jokers. Knock, who's there? The deck of cards, the monarchs, kings, queens, the knaves, jacks, the pretenders, aces, the jokers with no faces. Our politicians can easily replace this. Never consistent in their positions, always thought to have great value.
Mr. Anna, looking at your face there, I know that you just enjoy this piece.
Yeah. I mean, I love the lighting. I like the colors. I like the piece. I love the piece. You know, it's one of those pieces that you have to listen more than once. Yeah, I can see people looking at this show more than once. And I think that augurs well for the success of the program. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful Oshun. And really want to encourage you and all of those who entered today. This is awesome. Competitor number 7 on a show which is turning out to be actually a final. This is Maxene James, and although we're not really, we are actually in the 100 days of Christmas. This is Oh Holy Night by Maxene James out of Bell Garden. Welcome, the young Maxene James.
Hi, good evening. I know it's a bit early for Christmas, but I am going to sing Oh Holy Night. I hope you enjoy it.
Well, I'll tell you a story that I know you don't know. But this girl, I recall on one of the shows earlier, when she was young, like about maybe 5, 6, 7, she had entered the children's showcase. And it's funny that she sang a hymn, a song that I grew up with, and my mom, it was very emotional. Because the hymn brought me back to when I was a child and growing up in church and all that. And do you know that when it was time for me to come back to do the outro, I could not. And we had to stop the show, filming the show, because tears just started coming down my eyes. At that time, she did such a nice, powerful performance of that hymn. And that hymn just threw me back to some part in my earlier life.
Wow.
And I always remember her because that was one of the first times that I became emotive while hosting a program and had to take a break. Yeah, we did. Well, that's just a backstory I just remembered as an interest story, actually, But nice, beautiful, beautiful performance. And she has an excellent range. I think she goes way up to maybe an E5 but really, really, really powerful.
She did an excellent job, and I believe that she was our youngest competitor on this episode.
Yes.
Yeah. Such a tough episode. So many talented people. Our final contestant for the evening is a dancer, Miss Shervelle Williams, with her piece Euphoria.
Inspiring,
I agree.
spiritual, touching, just amazing. And you know, in film, they talk about film-induced tourism. I think one thing about these shows is it's showcasing some of the locations in Tobago, which speaks really, really, really positive to some of those great spaces we have in Tobago. Risa, I'm telling you, this show, this episode 2, is going to be a challenge. I'm really looking forward to seeing all the votes and the judges' comments. Let me just make another point. We are going to be sending out the judges' comments to all the performers, all the contestants, so that you can look back, you can certainly take some of the advice and improve on it for your life and for your life's work, you know. We're really, really glad. Let me hear your comments, Risa, because
I was gripped with this particular performance from start to finish. The cinematography, whoever would have helped her to put together the entire video is just incredible work. Absolutely amazing. I feel like the video itself does not like overshadow her actual performance and the music and just how it speaks to you, a really incredible performance. This entire episode, I feel like, has just been packed with some of the most talented Tobagonians that are out there. It's just amazing.
Yeah. And I mean, what I'm glad about is we have created a platform for them to come forward and let more people know. And it's not just local audience. Remember,
Yes.
people in the diaspora following what's happening in Tobago. And it's just amazing. One of the judges, Samuel Archer out of Delaware, who actually moved there many years ago. Excellent musician and composer, producer also. One of the points he made, because he doesn't know any of these competitors, and he said, what amazing, on the first episode, he said, I'm really impressed. Another judge said, normally these things don't have me so fixed, but this is really interesting. He said, I started off not knowing what I was, and when I started to judge, I was just transfixed. And I think that's good. That would redound to our benefit. And I mean, my main thing about having the competitors, I know that they have to get prizes and all that, but even more than that is the opportunity about sharing excellence on a platform that we can show off Tobago and so on. One of the sponsors, Tempo, the CEO, has asked and he's promised that what his prize is really, whoever is the winner, we take that winning performance and he will have that promoted on the Tempo network for over 1 month, which again is great exposure.
An amazing prize it is.
Creatives. Beautiful. And the results from last episode 1, we just gonna put the table up. Yeah, and I mean the beautiful thing about this, they're all winners, and I know we have 6 preliminary rounds. The first 2 go through, and of course the judges have the privilege to choose the wild cards, which means those performances that are outstanding, did not make the top 2, but they would love to see them in the finals. All right.
And we just want to remind all of our contestants about the importance of gaining support on social media. I feel like you could see that with this table. Even if you may not necessarily be a favorite with the judges, once you have your social media support, that could definitely bring up your scores and catapult you into the finals.
Yes. A man's got to do what he's got to do. All right. So, that brings us down to the end. And we want to thank all our sponsors. Reese, I want to thank you for the great work that you're doing. We have several of our sponsors: Be Mobile, Tempo, Tobago House of Assembly, Eventology, State Solutions, Jones Motors Limited, Beltronics, all right, Thorn Studios, Thorn Productions, Trinbago, Downtown Electrical Sales and Engineering Services, JQA Music Events and Tours, and we have several more sponsors that are coming in, and we're looking forward to an exciting finals late November or early December. All right, remember, sanitize, social distance, wear masks. All right.
Also, just a reminder to our viewers, if it is that you've enjoyed the performances that you've seen, you can comment in the comment section below who you would like to advance to finals, and be sure to follow us. You can stalk us on social media. All of our handles are Showpark Complex, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Don't ever miss an update on anything that we're doing regarding Tobago Grassroots or any of the other digital series that we have.
Yes. Want to support that fully. In the last 4 months, we spent 10 episodes looking back at all those persons who use Showpark and the kind of experience, just to keep the awareness and visibility there. And then we did the behind the stage. Coming up next week, we'll do Miguel Kisto, the maintenance coordinator, and we featured some of those key persons who contributed to what we're doing at Showpark Complex. All right, so we want to thank you very much. Thank you for being with us. And remember what Risa says, vote. And also, Shopper Complex, YouTube, our YouTube channel, Facebook, check us out, Instagram, and follow us. Yes, subscribe to our channel. All right, just plug it in there. All right, thank you very much. See you next program, which will be 2 weeks from now. All right, see you then.